Well, a lot of people have been coming by asking me what we're doing here. And what we do is we take vintage cars and we drive them 9 days, 2,300 miles. It'll go from one destination to the other, and we have no idea how we're going to get there. It's a hard thing to do, but we have so many amazing people here that have been doing this for a long time, and they are super excited to have people like us. We're kind of new at it, and so there's a huge community of people and a big family that'll help you learn how to do this correctly.
We had a lot of ground to cover to make our way to Duluth, Minnesota on a selection of secondary roads.
It's nothing terribly serious. This thing uses a lot of water, leaks out a lot of water, and so we just have to, every once in a while, need to top her off, and since they shut off our leg early because of the road construction here, I just thought, well, why not just pull over in the shade and drop a little water in it and keep the old fella cool. This is our temperature gauge. The mercury thermometer just sits in the top right there, just like the old-timey thermometer. And when the red gets up into that range, it's a little warm, and when it gets to the top, it's too warm. And
we tackled some of the toughest roads in Wisconsin. Early in the morning, we saw a long stretch of secluded road, which was marked as rustic. Racers had to make their way through it to make our way to the lunch stop in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. There was a great turnout of folks at Bayfront Festival Park, where we saw the temperatures drop sharply from the 80s to 60 degrees.
That you could put the Honda Civic in the trunk of.
today. I can't believe it. I got 0 seconds more.
Oh, one for each side.
Oh, you got one for each side, so I called 2. We got 2 aces. It was a good nice ride today. No car problems. We had new tires in the back. Everything worked just as it's supposed to be, and I think our times were pretty good.
At the ace, I must have been surprised. I did something wrong to get it, so it's pretty exciting though. We've got plenty of 2s and 3s this year, but this is our first ace. Pretty excited. It's it's working. It's doing what we're supposed to do.
People always say like aces or 1s, which is like the better score to get, because the 1 means that you're really close, but you're doing it right. So if you get a day with 5 1s, some might even say that's better than an ace, but the ace is pretty fun for like a little validation that we're doing it right. But sometimes I'd say like all low numbers might be even better than an ace, but they do look pretty cool to put on your car. No one wants you to not do well. Like, they all want you to try, and they want more people involved in the sport. So it's great to have people to help you come over, because some of these things, there'll be a turn where you're going at a certain speed and out a certain speed, and I just have no idea how to time it, where to split my speed, stuff like that. So I'll do it a certain way, but then there's always a bunch of different ways to get there, or different ways to do the same maneuver. So it's nice to have people to ask and just check your work. How did you do this? Would you do this? And everyone will have a different answer, and that's the great thing, I feel like, that there are so many people here, is that I can ask 4 different people and they're all gonna tell me different ways to do the same thing, which can be a lot, but it just shows how much room there is for each person to do it their own way.
Stage 7 winners are Jeff and Kylie Hermanson with an outstanding score of 2.54 seconds.
It was a tough day. We had a couple things that we needed to fix throughout the day, and it all ended up working out just fine. So a couple mistakes on my part, but worked out fine. I started us really late on the last leg, but luckily we were able to make it up and did fine. Well, we have to figure out how much time we needed to make up first, so that's the first part, and then we go 10% over our speed, so we were going 50, we had to go 55 for as long as I needed to make up 17 seconds, which was a lot of time.
Competing against some, the best of the best, and it takes a little luck along the way, along with some experience, and she's got the most experience of this group. So.
This show is brought to you by Hemmings Motor News, dedicated to your drive. Hagerty Drivers Club, let's drive together. Coker Tire, it's all about the journey. McCollister's Auto Transport, delivering excellence every day.
I don't know what the course is going to be. They don't tell us until we pick up the instructions, but I'll be familiar with all of it. It's driving into my hometown. It's kind of a neat thing. Probably have a lot of my high school and college friends there. My family's here. It was great yesterday because my wife and kids showed up. My sister, her grandkids. It was just a great family gathering, and it was just well done. Great race, Jeff Stone, John Klassen, just put on as they always do, put on a great show with a great route and some of the best scenery that you're going to see in the United States. We just had, so far, 8 days of just beautiful, beautiful landscape and really nice people, really nice little towns that we're going through, some big towns, and everyone's just excited to see us. It's just an honor doing this year after year, and I really have to hand it to Hagerty Coker Tire and the great race people who just, every year they just put on just an amazing logistical show and take this traveling museum to places that most of us have never seen before.
The last 2 days of the Hemmings Motor News Great Race, presented by Hagerty's Drivers Club, are always challenging, as no legs can be thrown out from the daily scores. We stopped for lunch at Brainerd International Speedway. Today, we saw rainy weather early in the day, but later saw beautiful blue skies, unbelievable clouds, and cool temperatures. The wind really picked up, which presents a challenge when it comes to holding speed for long stretches. Drivers arrived in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, to a very excited crowd.
Amazing. I think it's probably the best score we've ever gotten in 9 years of doing this. We got an ace, 4 early, 1 early, 8 late, 8 early, and a 2 early. Great day. We're dialing this guy in. The race is just ending too soon. I can't believe it. The car was running great. Chris and I were in sync. I think what happened was the car finally settled down, got done breaking down for the race, and I think Chris said it best. If we had like 3 more days to run the race, we'd probably be in there fighting pretty well, because a 15-second day with this thing is insane. I can't believe that we got 15 seconds. It doesn't make any sense to me. My boy's even over here. I got relatives up from Kansas even. So it's a great deal. It's fantastic.
It was Howard and Doug Sharp at the top of the list with a 4.62 second score.
It's been a tight race for I think a whole bunch of cars. It's still a tight race as of today. Doug and I had a nice little quote on the way in that, you know, we only got 5 ACE awards and we never won a daily and we're in second place. So I don't know how that happened, but it's been exciting for us to be where we're at. So I'm liking it.
What changed today? He drives the same every day. I try to navigate the same. It just works out today. There's nothing, there's no, certainly no secret to it. It's just trying to stay on time and stay on course all the time and be as prepared as you can for every instruction that shows up. That instruction is just a little bit different. You have to figure out how to make it perfect every time.
We don't do anything. It's just an old 1916 Hudson we hang around in the farm with and just drive in the lot once in a while. No, only kidding. But no, we do all our work at home, or we try to, because this thing breaks just like any other car, and we could nip a tranny off tomorrow. I mean, who knows? My biggest fear for tomorrow, really, with this car is a mechanical failure. That's because we probably won't have a failure, but a mechanical failure of the car we can't control, and it can be something as simple as a flat tire. And I mean, I'll stay on every ounce of pavement that I can be on tomorrow. I won't pull off on that side there anymore. I did today, but after today, that's it. We're going to be staying on blacktop.
It is going to be fast and furious. We've been cruising along for 3 days doing some long legs. Tomorrow we'll have probably just one good long leg with a whole bunch of checkpoints, and it's going to be a heck of a day tomorrow.
The 3-time winners of the Great Race had not yet won a daily trophy. Here it is, the final day of the 2022 Hemmings Motor News Great Race, presented by Hagerty Drivers Club. A combination of long runs holding speed in the strong wind, as well as a tough series of short instructions through neighborhoods, made for a tricky day, even for the experienced crowd. Ultimately, when we came off the clock, we grabbed lunch at the Fargo Air Museum, and then made our way into downtown Fargo for a spectacular finish. We were thrilled to make our way into Fargo, North Dakota for the final day of rallying. This town, home to the Wandering Troubadours of Finland, really turned out to see this rolling display of automotive art. They appreciate and understand the car culture, and it made for an outstanding finish to the Hemmings Motor News Great Race, presented by Hagerty Drivers Club. After all the cars came through, the top contestants circled back around for the winner's ceremony.
Territory that Chris and I know well. We went through where my grandparents used to live. Went past by their farm. We went past kind of my aunt and uncle's farm. We went past Auntie Jones' house. We spent 10 seconds in front of Auntie Jones' house at a turn that we had in Hillsboro, North Dakota. So we were very excited about it, and we thought if Auntie Jones was still alive, she'd be out there with cocktails greeting all 130 drivers. So it was a great day going through North Dakota. We loved it. It's just it was kind of like old home week, you know. Yesterday we went through Otter Tail County, which is where I grew up, and we went through Trail County today, which is where I spent a lot of my childhood. So it was just a wonderful race. It was well laid out, and the Great Race again, as always, did just a wonderful job putting this together.
Check it out, mother and daughter team. Love these guys. On the whole Smith, her daughter, her Navigator, 1964 and a half Ford Mustang, completing their second great race together as mother and daughter. Anna has a really cool story, folks. Listen to this. She inherited the Mon Lake her grandfather, didn't know what to do with it, so she plugged into her local car clubs, found support, found a way, got the Mon Lake together, and did a great race with us. If you're into old cars, classic cars, and nostalgia, don't be shy just because you don't know what it is. Get the car, find somebody. There's tons of people that will pour into you and help you get it together and to keep this hobby alive, this great hobby of ours. I think that's a wonderful message. Anna Holder, Della Smith, congratulations on your second great race together. And what a great experience to travel across country as a mother and daughter.
I still can't believe it's done. I'm ready to keep going, and we don't know how we did today, so I want to see those numbers. And I felt like I knew more how to predict what was coming and how to do all the moves, so it's getting easier for sure.
Well, I tell you, every time I see him come in, you get kind of emotional almost you're just nervous and anxious and kind of can't wait to see what happened and how their day went. And every day they've just gotten a little bit better and their smiles have just gotten a little bit bigger. So I think it's super cool to see that and kind of see mother-daughter team do this. It's rare, it's fun, it's just an amazing experience.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we should keep going. Today just feels like it was a half a day. And you kind of get halfway in, you get in this groove and you think, oh, and then you get going and you want to keep going. And I feel like tomorrow I'm going to wake up and think I should be somewhere and where's my navigator? And I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he finds these routes, but they are amazing. It takes us by the water. It takes us through landmarks that he feels are significant that we should know, like the largest radio antenna. So it is a lot of fun. It's a great way to see the rally racing is an interesting sport that I didn't know I would ever be a part of. But to see these cars and see what people put into them, make sure that they drive across the country, do the rally, and then drive back. It takes so much work, and just to see these cars finish is just, it makes me proud to be a part of it and to have one and to be able to do this.
Central Connecticut State, you have won your very first X-Cup Division outing. Dr. Tom Mitchell, 13 years, it was very close. The little Lancer got it done. Congratulations for a very close second place, 3 seconds back. For the very first time in 39 years of Great Race, a rookie international team has won the rookie division. Lynn Treater, Christoph Lay, 1960 Chevrolet Impala. You are the rookie winners for 2022. Lynn and Christoph, outstanding competitors. This car, no stranger to winning. 5 seconds separate them again. It was a close run.